Hi guys, my name is Salem. I'm the founder of natural hair and wellness brand Root2Tip. It's been out there for a while, but I'm going to retell my story a little bit. So I started making products over 10 years ago. My daughter was going to be 17 soon. I can't believe that. And when she was about 2.5, 3, I started making products for her and for myself. She had really thick, dry, frizzy hair texture. She had eczema. She had 6 food allergies, and really and truly, I could find nothing to nourish her hair. Her hair was always dry. I mean, dry. And my mum said to me, you know what, let's try and use her moisturising cream from a doctor in her hair. And even though it was bad, it's the only thing that kind of gave her hair a little bit of moisture. So aside from that, I developed a scalp condition called seborrheic dermatitis, which is basically the adult form of cradle cap. And that made my hair was always was very long, very thick, but having this scalp condition all over my head, it was a nightmare. I had to wash my hair a lot, and obviously washing your hair a lot, having afro hair is not the best thing to do. And I went to my GP eventually to try and get some solutions, and what he prescribed for me was not really manufactured for ethnic or black or, you know, textured hair types. I think anything you get from the GP most of the time is geared towards more of a European physiology, and it was not great for my hair at all. It was full of alcohol, and I used the solutions on my scalp when my hair dried out something ridiculous. So I thought, okay, I can't be dealing with this. Let me try. I've got a law degree as well, so I love to research. And I just put my head and tail and everything else into researching how to regrow my hair naturally. Long story short, I came up with my first product called the Root Energizer. So after just literally just burying my head in everything, eating, sleeping, breathing, all to do with hair, the science of hair, essential oils, Ayurvedic extracts, talking to people, I just thought I want to try and look after my scalp. I realized over 10 years ago, the scalp is the engine to healthy hair growth. Without having a healthy scalp, you can never, ever have healthy hair. And it's kind of like I see the industry now, the natural hair industry now catching up to that sort of ethos. So brands like L'Oreal and Tresemme have brought out scalp things, but we've always been scalp first in our brand. We kind of built our brand on that scalp first sort of foundation. So the Root Energizer, I was the guinea pig for it. It contained loads of different essential oils, rosemary, lavender, tea tree, cedar, but all things that are scientifically proven to encourage blood flow to the roots. And also Ayurvedic extracts that are scientifically proven to encourage amazing hair growth. My hair grew back really, really long, really fast, and much thicker than it was before, because I used to wear weaves a lot. I was always been quite lazy in my hair. Always been natural, but always been quite lazy, and I used to wear weaves a lot, and my hair would always grow long, but it was quite thin, because I always had it covered. So having the weave out and using the oils and having my hair braided, my hair just grew like weeds. It grew so fast, and I had waist-length hair. And I did the same thing for my daughter, and I wanted to grow her hair, because I always saw little black girls in the community, but no one really had long hair, and I couldn't understand why their hair wasn't growing. So I came up with a product for her called the Honey Ranges, and that basically allowed me to moisturize her hair on a daily basis, but it also gave her hair some slips so I could untangle her hair without having to use combs. Long story short, I basically started blogging about natural hair and doing workshops early as 2008, trying to get people to understand that your hair can be healthy, it can grow, here's what you need to do. I basically just wanted people to understand that you can grow your hair, you can have healthy hair, and not even necessarily having natural hair. Because when I first started making products, it wasn't about natural hair, it was just about having healthy hair. So I joined a lot of the American hair care forums, and there were women in America who kind of would have hair care challenges like the grow your hair to waist length challenge, or not to relax your hair in less than 3 months sort of challenge. And I kind of just fed into this narrative and the positive community they had for just trying to get black women to really appreciate the hair they have. Again, it wasn't with the natural hair trend as it is today. It was more just about maintaining healthy hair. So I would write blogs and give women tips on, for example, stretching out their relaxer. So rather than having their hair relaxed every 4 to 6 weeks, I would say try and relax your hair every 8 to 12 weeks. That way you get more regrowth and less chance of the relaxer overlapping and causing unnecessary hair breakage and damage. So our thing really is trying to get our customers to really understand the health of their hair, throwing in a bit of science as well, but the message is that you have to understand how your scalp works, what your hair actually needs, and then you will actually be able to potentially grow the hair you could have of your dreams and desires. So as opposed to just accepting that your hair is always going to be dry. It doesn't have to be dry. If your hair is always dry now, you're obviously using the wrong kind of product. You don't have to accept that you've got thin edges. You can do something about it. So it's about thinking about your hair as it is and trying to work towards your hair goals. And that is what our products actually help you to achieve, with your hair goals. For your whole family as well, for man, for woman, for child. We have something for everyone. And so, yeah, so I launched the products onto the market. We started selling in Pax Cosmetics, and it was quite an interesting time, but it was quite challenging because it was hard to get investment around that time, being a young black brand. And there wasn't really much interest from other investors, as there is now, into making that brand what I think it will and should be. So we plodded along, and then life just took its course. 2016 wasn't a great time for me. I had went on to Dragon's Den, and yeah, I kind of just had this massive ambition to get this product into like Superdrug, Boots, but they weren't really interested at that time. I know they are now. I know now they're clamoring to get black brands onto their shelves now, which is a great thing. But I think, why is it taking such a long time? I know I'm not trying to be negative, but I'm trying to be real. And I think that it's great that these larger retailers now want to support us. However, we have to support each other. We have to support ourselves within our own community. And for me, I'm not rushing to retailers right now. I'm trying to rush more to build relationships with our customers and get them to really understand their hair. Now, that might mean that we're taking a longer time to become a multi-million-pound brand, but who knows? I just know that it's more than just about the money for me. It always has been. It's more about trying to make those real connections and get people to understand their hair and really change their hair story. As I'm now studying trichology as well, I'm just going to touch on it a little bit. I'm really into understanding black women and their hair loss. Why black women? Because we are always under a lot of stress. And men as well. I'm not leaving the men out, but my main focus really is on black women being a black woman. And I want to kind of understand, especially having a second dose of hair loss throughout COVID, I want to understand more about the inflammation on the scalp. How do you deal with that in a plant-based way? And I've been doing lots of research and lots of products on trial at the moment to try and halt DHT, which actually leads to alopecia areata and things like that, and also help to reduce the inflammation under the scalp for women like me and you. But the main thing is, we all have a personal journey in this life, and my mission really is to connect with people, provide solutions that bring about a change in the way your hair could be. So for example, your grandmother, your mother has alopecia. Doesn't mean it has to be your journey as well. If you are somebody who's always wearing wigs now, if, for example, those wigs start to give you alopecia or hair thinning, or you develop an autoimmune condition which leads to alopecia, how do I help you with that in a few years' time? So I'm working on strategies and solutions to try and bring about help for people like in those places now. It does mean that we're not everywhere, but if you do want to find quality products, you know where to find us. I don't believe you have to be everywhere to win. There's always more than one way to skin a cat, as my granny would say. So I kind of just think that connect with us if you really want to find premium quality natural hair care for the whole family. We are here to change your hair story. We're not going to be everywhere, but we are like a secret club. If you know, you know. So where are we now? What are our plans? Our plans are to continue really making amazing products. We do manufacture our products in-house. So we have a small team, but a very powerful small team. And we have some massive, massive plans really. We're not a small brand. We have huge, huge ambitions and dreams. And that may require getting investment. But at the moment, we're really looking to build customer connections and solidify the foundation of the company. And again, we're not really rushing towards retailers. However, we want to stay being a company who just connects with the customer first, builds a relationship, and just helps you to really achieve your hair care goals. So retailers, maybe not now, maybe in the future, who knows. At the moment, it's really just building that customer connection. So if you are looking for something that actually really works, please do check us out.